1 minute. Full
So the
screen.
recording has started. You can take it forward from your question.
Okay, 1 minute. Just yeah. So today we are going to start that API calling in React.js. Okay. So might be the discussion point I have left in the previous lecture and previous session. So from where we are just starting. From we all know that the API calling is essential in every framework like React or Angular. So today we are going means we just discuss how the API calling will work inside the React application. So you can see that this is a service, okay, and this is the API. So in the inside the API, we have some data, and might be it's a JSON data or XML data or text data. Might be it can be any other type of data, but we have to some communication between the server side and the front end and get the data through the service. And this is the structure that I discussed yesterday. Again, I will just discuss this again. So we have three kinds of API call we normally face: the fetch, Axios, or Ajax. So might be we are all aware the fetch is native call of the React application. So no need to install the fetch from the third-party modules. Ajax is also required from the jQuery or JavaScript library. jQuery library, we have to install the jQuery on top of the React, and then we can install. And Axios also with the third-party modules. And we are seeing that in the class-based component and the functional component, how the API call will work. In the class-based component, we can use that component did bound one lifecycle hook, and that functional component, the fetch use effect, these hooks is there. So all the things will be hands-on today. This is the general discussion of component did mount, how it is working. That is a life cycle after the constructor and or on init the constructor, then the component did mount will work the same thing. This is the structure over there, how we can see the code. Is everybody, my screen is visible, right? And hello, hello guys, my screen is
Yes,
visible, right? So you can
yes,
see that in the component did mount the structure, we how the API call over with there, the in the class is there. Inside the class we have called the API through one lifecycle component did mount the render, the all the things are there. So same kind of use effect is used in the functional component, and the use effect hooks we can same way the component did mount. In the use effect we are working, we can fetch our data from the API. So this is the first hands-on today I will go to share with you. This is the means motto is that creating the user list. This type of demo, this the contact list I will update over there. Okay. So quickly I will share the VS Code. So you can see that normal one text is there, right? Hello, am I audible? Visible? Hello.
Yes.
yes, yes.
Yes. So now I'm going to take normal class-based component. One app is there. Now I click on state. But the state is ever everybody, right? What is state? So again, I will discuss. Just repeat this one. State is a object. Every component of the React has its own state, and through the props we can communicate through from the other component to that app.js or any other component. So props is for use for communication, and state is for holding the object of the end. This scope, this state is working inside the class-based component. Scope is limited to this class. Without the class, the state is not, it cannot recognize by others. Okay, we can take one variable context. 1 minute, yes. In the render, I will create for contact when contact.js. This is used for your all the contact list will be updated over there in the contact. Okay, first we have to create the contact list. Simple app.js is a not means by default the app.js is there. So from the index.js, the app.js is working. So index.js is here used for the entry level component. So for first the index.js will working, and you can see that app, app feel free to ask me. Okay. So we can see that the contact, what the page I have created, the component that have successfully add from the app.js, and contact is rendered over there. Okay. Is there any problem or queries? Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
For renting purpose, I don't have issue, but some CSS related issue. I'm not able to. Can I see my screen? Hello.
You need demo and then I'll
Okay,
do that.
okay,
Okay.
okay, okay, okay,
And
okay.
now we are seeing that this page is coming some squeezers way, right? Then some text is normally not coming properly. So we are doing one thing. We add some bootstrap over there. So in this file index.html, you can add the bootstrap link. This way we have added the bootstrap link over there already. The bootstrap link already added. So if you want to add the bootstrap links through the CDN, so you can add through this link in the index.html, or you have to install through npm. This version I will show in the when we discuss the style and bootstrap how it will work. So now my main first task is complete. Contact is rendered from the app.js. Now we have to do one thing: create some API call. Then how it will work? Okay. So in the class-based component, I told the component did mount. This is a building. This is the one life cycle of component did mount. Okay. This I have to create. This is not the user-defined function. This is already inside the React. So this is a life cycle where you use fetch. Normally I'll use this one. I have one URL over there. So this is the URL, the user list, the dummy URL. You can add your URL over there. Sorry, not catch. The error. If is there any error, so we can control the error. Okay. Now we have to test the data is actually coming or not from this API. So here we can set the console. We can see that data is coming or not. You can see that in the API call, the data, whatever we have used, is coming, right? ID, name, username. This is the object. So from this object, we'll create some blocks for the contact blocks. Okay. Require some name, require some phone number, and some address. So here we can set, we are taking one object that is state. Inside the state, this is the blank array. We have initialize array, right? Blank array or initialize this array. Need the array. So what we will do after getting the data from the API, I will update our state. How this will be updated? This dot set state. Inside the set state, you can see contacts, right? Contacts is an array. Contacts is an array over there, and I will just simply do the data. So in the context array is I'll push my data into the context array. Okay. Now what we'll do, I will push everything through this component through the props towards the contact component. Okay. So what we'll do, contacts is my prop names. Okay. So here I will do this dot state dot contacts. So whenever the application is rendered in the browser, first component did mount will the data will be available over there. Then I'll pass the data through the prop. This context is our props. You can take any name over there. Is our props. You can take any props name. Now we have to check inside the context context is updated or not, right? So I will take context. Console.log contact list. It's contact list we don't want. You see, in the I have passed all the data from my app.js to contacts. Okay. Now just you have to do one thing. Iterate the objects and bind this div. This is the hard-coded div. Now we have to add some dynamic components over there, right? So contacts dot map contact. Syntax is different. Yeah. Yeah, you can see 10 times the div is coming. That means the for loop is working. So how many objects are there? This coming, right? Now just add the variable name over there that I will add. The contact, I will it is coming. So you can add the variables name over there. So I will not add anything to name the duplicates coming over there. Yes, that is, yeah, great. Contact list is updated. Is there any question? How it's work? Have you have you understood? Hello?
Yes.
I hope no questions are there, right?
Kaushik,
Yes.
can you extend component die mount?
No, this is the component did mount. This is your
Did.
life component did mount is a life cycle hooks, okay,
Okay.
for the React component.
Mhm.
So life cycle hooks means when the class based component is working, so when the app is running, right?
Yes.
So component in the component did mount we hold means the logic of the how the API call is working. This
Okay.
logic I have written over there. It
Okay.
might be anything. Is you can use Axios, you can use jQuery over
Actually,
there.
this function use purpose of API calling.
API calling, right? This is the
Yes.
API calling. Okay.
Okay. Any APIs or
Any
all.
API, the API name is that the API calling has three demos. Okay, this is the first
Mhm.
demo is done. Two demos
Okay.
I will explore many more things over there, right?
Yes.
So this is the fetch. This is the
Mm-hmm.
API name. The API name is,
Okay.
can be anything that might
Okay.
become from
Yes.
the your API. Okay.
Yes.
Then we add some callback function. This is the callback function.
Yes.
Okay. Dot then. In the
Then
dot then the actually
like
pass
JSON.
the
Yes.
JSON, read the JSON and the data. This
Yes.
data might be anything. Hello,
Okay.
you can add some hello, okay.
Yes. And you will data bind the content dot data content.
This name you can add over there. I just add data, okay.
Okay. Yes.
This whole point, then the main point is there in the state my empty array I have taken, right?
Mm-hmm.
On text.
Yes.
The empty array, this is right.
Okay. Okay.
So this empty array I have to update through the set state. In the state, when you want to update the state, that time set state method is required.
Yes.
Remember this thing. So contact is empty. So earlier in the jQuery or JavaScript, what I will do,
Mm-hmm.
contacts dot push, right? This thing we have to done, right?
Yes.
In the jQuery, contact dot push, simply you have to add. But here you don't need to add any dot push or dot method. You have to recognize this value. how the data you enter data you have to add it over there, right, in the contact list.
Yes, yes.
So your contact is fully loaded with the data. Simply. Then what I will do, I will add one render method where my views are showing, right? HTML views.
Yes,
So
yes,
here I have to add my contact. This is the component name. This contact list. Okay.
yes.
And then contact is my properties.
Properties.
Prop name. Prop name. You can take any value over there.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And I just simply pass the state object. These the state dot contacts. Okay.
Yes,
The
yes.
enter data over there added.
Yes,
So
coach.
you also you can add anything over there. The object I have added. So in the
Mhm.
contact list, you can see in the contact, I will just get the data, the props. These are props. Hmm.
Mhm.
This is your props. In the
Yes,
props
yes,
dot map means the object. You got the object, right? There is
yes,
no need to means you either you have to create some object over there, cons data, and then you have to iterate. Ultimate, you need some array of object, and here I have to add from that API call, right? So you got the data over there, and data dot map means how many times the data will be iterated. Your data is coming from API. This
yes,
data you have added, and then simply add the total method and the variable name of the JSON object. You can
yes,
the name means this one.
yes.
You understood, right? This is the name of this kind of things.
Yes, coach. Yes.
Name, then this way it is working. Okay.
Mhm.
Now I want to show another demo.
Kaushik,
Yes.
in component remote method, each application is only for API calling or other application.
Here you are using for the API calling. This
Acha.
this is used after the in means the in app the app this class will be rendering, and then immediately it will be added. Okay. So component did mount triggers first and then the render. Otherwise your data will not be updated, right?
Okay.
So you get the data from the API call data in this block you will get, right? And then you will add, you will pass the data through props. Okay.
Okay. Means a big, we could also write down that component mount method inside render method.
No. The render is the different method. Component is not different method.
No, after return, after closing return, we could have write down component mount at line number 12.
Component did mount. No. It's not work.
Yeah, I was thinking that over this component mount we could have write down line number
No,
13.
render, it is the render method is by default React which has provided, right?
Yes.
And component did mount is the life cycle of the React. So
Yes.
separate method, you it is not the user defined method. It is the method is coming from the React.
Yes.
We are not creating. So the better is that I suggest that in after the render method, this method will be invoked. Okay. It will call automatically. Here you can see any constructor, or you can see any method is I am not written anything, right? Component did not call this type of thing. I am not written, right? So automatically it will trigger internally. Right?
Okay.
That's why. So after the render, you can add the component name, the API call will be there. Okay.
Thank you. Got it.
Hmm. So next, I will do one thing. The loader functionality, how it is work. Okay, because the loader is also required when you call the API. loaded functionality also required. So that demo I will add right now. 1 minute. Huh? One thing, 1 minute. Yes, yes. Mm, Contact, I have to add it. The things are there. Then we will start from this syntax. 1 minute. 1 minute, guys. One minute. This is the second demo. That I will add some data from the server, and then inside the table we'll add, and then click the edit button. The value will be updated over there, right? And this I want to establish in the code base, right? Yeah. No problem. Okay, Axios is not. I have not added the Axios library still now. That's why the error is coming. Just in. Yeah. So these two connection has made. Now we'll do one thing. Again, same thing. The component did mount method, whatever I added over there. This I will call. But this time I have to use the Axios fetch. So guys, where I have to add the Axios? Can anybody tell? First, for installing the Axios, what I have to do? Hello.
First of all, we will have to install Axios library. npm install Axios.
So first we have to go in the package registration, right? So in the package registration, I will add the dependencies over there, right? Axios. Is version 0.10.2 I have. That I have to add. Now, what I'll do after adding this value? npm I, right? Or either you can directly add the Axios. So npm save Axios. Then you will also add. Otherwise, I mean, if you know the value, the Axios library, the person, you can add over there. Yeah, I think it has been added in the library. Yes. Now do one thing. Still showing some error. No. Now I have add the API. First, we have to do before going to invoke the API call, I have to add some environment.js file, right? Because most of the cases I have observed that the environment might be multiple environment, like production environment, like UAT environment, demo environment. So every time you no need to go and change hardcode the value inside the page, inside the code base, right? Instead of that, we can create some variable environment.js I have created in my case, and I have added the base URL name over there and then call the API. So first we'll go in the environment.js file and I will add my environment name. All the dummy API, this is right. And simply export that. import your environment in the server.js file, or where you have to add your this call I've added over there, import. API I have created the API. This is the base URL, and this is the rest of the API name over there. Okay, so might be the base URL in your case is the real projects. The base URL might be changed every time. So inside the in the code base, we no need to change the API URL name. We just add one config file, which is you call the config file or environment file. From that environment file, you have added, and then same thing you have to import over there. So this is your base URL. Environment is locked for a base URL. Now I have to add this one. So you can see that is loading false. Means if I will add some loading, the loading will not be there. By default, inside the state, this object initially I have made false. Now when the API call going to start, that time that would be true. Okay. So how you have to set this value? This dot set state. Then what I will do? Can anybody tell? Hello, guys. Hello.
Call the
Yes.
environment in
No,
yeah.
no. I have to means before the API call. My scenario is that before API call, the loader will be coming, right? Means
Yes,
the
yes.
loader is required. After getting the data from the API, the loader will be stopped. We no need to show the loader over there, right? So initially the loader is false because every time loader will not be showing inside the page, right? We only require the loader whenever I call the API. So in the component it bound, what I will do is loading
Is loading. Okay, okay. Yes.
is
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 loading
loading is
true
your
True.
value
value.
state.
Okay.
In the state, inside the state, the object, in the object, this is your key and this is your value, right?
Yes.
Simple JSON object, nothing too much that. Okay, so it should be true.
Hmm.
That means it will be showing the loader is there, right? Means
Yes.
the condition I have added, view is not added still now. View is pending, but condition I have added. Okay. Now what I will do, Axios
Yes.
dot. You can see all the Axios methods are showing because I've installed the Axios dot get. This is the
Get.
get API I will call, and then what I will do.
Hmm. In
What can anybody try?
Provide the API URL.
API URL
Yes.
like
This API,
yeah,
not I will not adding all the thing because I have to create the
all the
API
API.
name over there, right? Then what I will do, API then dot then function, same thing. Okay,
Okay.
As a callback.
the callback function, right, Lisa? So you have to split the code. That will be easier to understand. Okay, no need to
Hmm.
write at a one line. You have to split small way. You have to write, right? Then response. What the response are coming from the API, right?
Yes.
Then response is there. We have to
Yes.
console.log, so the data is coming or not.
Mhm.
Right? And then catch method, right? Will do catch method error.
Error. EL.
If any error is coming, so I have to bypass the error to the catch. So because in the JavaScript, the code is rendering the read every line, right? So if any catch method I will not add, and there's some API call error is that the code will be immediately stopped over there. So bypass the error to the catch. Console dot log what error. Simply an error. Now you have to see the data is coming inside our React component did mount or not, right? I am not adding any logic for the view still now. View is pending. Only the data is loading or not that we can check. What log? What log? Console.console. Strange. Mm, mm, Okay, just a minute. Okay. But some problem of API response. Oh, you can see the data is coming, right? We just want to get the entire data, but here I will only pick the data attribute, data keyword. Inside the data, we can all the records are showing. Next step is that add some log equal to 100. Means अगर मेरा 200 response is coming, the status, then only I will get the data and pass to the server inside the file. Then what I will do? I have to next step. What I will do? I got the 200 records. Okay. If the status is 200, you can add this if condition on. That's up to you. But next, what I will do means how I will update my component. Can anybody try?
Stored the data inside the array.
Yes.
First time stored the data like that component contact component. I can store the data inside the array and throw this.
So this dot set state, right? Same
Yes.
thing. Inside the set state, what I'll do? Records. Because
Records.
initially my records is
All the
empty.
gate data will be stored inside the records.
Yes, great. Response dot data, right? You
Yes.
can see the data is coming. Data
Yes, like update the data.
records. Yes, update. You if you try without set state, it never be updated. Means if anybody can try over there, right? Late data
Yes.
set update.
Mhm.
Update is equal to this dot set. You cannot update records dot push. Okay, push is coming, but it will not work because if you adding your records key inside the state, you have to use say state. Without say state, you cannot update your records. It's simple thing. In the normal JavaScript jQuery, what we will do? I will take one array and
And
update the array.
push the
Push it.
data
Simple
inside
thing.
that.
Normal thing. The syntax is different. So that's why break with the breakup I will show all the things. In the
Yes,
record,
yes,
the response dot data dot records. Response means data set, right? It can be
yes.
any name. Okay. And data, where I will find my data? Data is coming from response object, right? And inside the data, the records also there. You can see the data records. Agar this records name is tomorrow it will be changed. That will be different. But currently it's coming records. So records is there, and then what I will do? I have to edit the loading is true. Now you have to stop the loading, right?
Stop
Yes.
this loading.
Stop.
Yes. So
Loading
is loading.
false.
Is
Is
loading
loading false.
false.
False. Right. Up to that everything is clear, right? Component read mount part I have completed over there. Okay. Now whatever the operation I have done, the record push, I record the update, whatever I'll do. Now I have to go the view part, because in the view part now the time is to showing the data. Okay.
Kaushik, how to work Axios library? Like what?
Axios is a third-party tool, okay, for getting the data. Means
Okay.
so you have to install it.
Okay.
Okay.
Only fetch the
Actually,
data.
Access is mainly working as a synchronously execution of the calling of the API like that.
Async function, or means simply you can tell that fetch, Axios, and Ajax. Okay, three mostly used in calling the API. So Axios is a third-party tool
Okay.
for using your data communication from the front end to back end middleware, because one middleware is required, right? Means we cannot directly call the API from the front end to database. It requires some middleware. So so for that we are use Axios. So you can see the Axios is what it will work if we will go what they are.
Without Axios, we can't fetch the data.
Yes,
So,
Axios page, Axios. That's why I've used this like these things. Na?
mhm.
This structure I've added over there. Na? Fetch, Axios, Ajax. Three
Mhm.
things. Or if you will work in other projects, they have some other settings, but the structure is same. Setting will be different. Either they can use their own structure for calling the API. This thing you have to add it inside the component read mount. Okay,
Hmm.
same thing over there. So What can anybody tell me what this structure looks like? What is this called? Constant.
Destructuring.
Yes, destructuring the inside the profs, whatever the profs I have added, this value is destructured. So other way means if you will not add this, then you have to write this dot props dot server data, this dot props dot x, this dot props dot y. So everything we have to destructure with this object, the array. Okay. So now same thing, const records I have added is loading. What I will do?
This dot.
This dot state.
Mm.
So my data, the update, the component, everything is present over there right now. Because in inside the these dot state, the recorder is loading is there. So render is invoked from the last, means after the constructor, and then component after initializing the value over the constructor, then component is done and then render. So this value over there, okay?
Kaushik, we can write down
Yes.
component did mode mapper before render or after render anywhere in code.
Any this method you can write anywhere. There is not any issue.
Okay.
It will automatically, it will automate. This is one method, right? This method I will add. Okay, anywhere you can add. This is a block. You can see now that that's what I'm written, right? This one block constructor, render is your block, component is one block. Okay. This if I will cut and paste before the render, that does not mean it will call before the render. Okay. Anywhere you can write. You can see. What is coming? Takes a lot.
I think it's a response error.
No. The syntax is wrong. Minute. Oh. I think in syntax is different. Okay, that's that. I will let you know. Syntax. Just a minute. Respond is coming. One thing, first I have to restart this thing. Where's the problem? Ooh. Sorry, Axios is how it will be removed that I cannot understand, but Axios it should be there, so it was removed. Okay, data is coming, right? Yes. From tomorrow we can continue this thing, right?
Yes, Kaushik.
Any problem? Any questions? Is there? So I'll stop my sharing. Okay.
Yes.
Priya is there, right?
No, Kaushik.
Okay. So tomorrow we can continue from this lecture. And have anybody tried whatever I've sent in the group, that super constructor? I think Kishore have asked, right? Kishore or Saibul?
No, Kaushik. Actually, yesterday, sorry, I have tried to HTML5 to React convert page.
No, that's fine. I'm asking about the
Mhm.
super constructor. You have asked now why super is there.
No, it's Anuja asking you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi Anuja. Hello.
Yes, Kaushik.
So have you understood? I have seen some example in our
Yes,
group.
yeah, I read that.
Okay, means the problem is solved, right? You
Yes,
are understood that, right?
yes.
ठीक है, guys, we can meet again tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kaushik.
Bye.
Kaushik, we today saw
Yes.
that component did mount means life cycle method.
Yes, component did mouse is used in the life cycle of the class-based component, not the functional component. Okay.
Yes.
The functional component we can use FF. This is also hooks. So this demo also be there. I have provided 3 demo. Okay, for this component did mount, Axios, these things.
Okay.
You can understand this.
Tomorrow we
Okay.
will look into hooks.
This demo I'll complete tomorrow. Whatever I'll doing, this I'll complete. Then again start the another demo.
Okay.
3 back-to-back demo is there.
Okay.
You understood now what I'll
Understood.
do?
Yes.
And please go through the previous lectures in the Google Sheet. I think Priya has updated the sheet. Okay.
Yes.
So you
Kaushik?
can go through. Yes.
Can I share my screen?
Yes. You can share. Are you sharing?
Yeah, I'm sharing.
Okay. And the theming is done. All the
Yeah.
theming conversion.
I'm working on your given by your task.
Yes.
We are facing some bootstrap related and I will
Bootstrap, simply the bootstrap you can add in the index.html file, okay? Otherwise, you can do the bootstrap, you can install through, yes.
See, whatever
Yes,
we
Kaushik.
made our fonts, we are installing same way. I'm adding those five. Okay.
Okay.
Issue with here navigate to home, about us, product to. It's never seen. I will.
Okay. So do one thing, na. Today not possible. Tomorrow 10 o'clock. Can you call me? I'll discuss because yes, yes.
Okay.
Hello, sir. I am
can I-
facing also this kind of issue.
This kind of issue you are also facing, right?
Yes,
Same.
yes, Kaushik. I am also facing.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
we have to
Sir,
take another call over there
Can you
because.
tomorrow? Can you connect half an hour more extra?
Yes, yes. I will
How
add.
to
I will
install
add
this.
because after this demo, na, we'll discuss these things. Okay. I think the Bootstrap CSS you can add through CDN file or you can do
I'm also try CDN.
CDN. You have also tried, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
same issue.
What issues coming? Can you once discuss?
Here I'm adding some CDS file, but it's not working. Means menu are not showing. But here when I'm go to inspect it and see
That means the jQuery menu
this.
is over there. I think.
See this home is there, but
No, menu will not work, but at least the menu name should come. Menu is means routing part is not completed, na. So menu is not coming. The routing part when I see that time the how the menu will work that you will understood. But at least menu name should come over there. And do
one thing when I'm hide this file grid.css and run it look like this.
so that means one jQuery functionality over there,
I think maybe some
which
jQuery.
transform this menu to the normal menu, right?
Can you
Can you see? Can you show me the normal hard-coded HTML? How the menu is coming? Normal HTML. Okay. And can you show the menu part only? Menu. Where the
menu part?
is there? Yes, only the menu part. Okay, they will do instead of that. You can do ULLI menu. Okay.
I'm also try to this remove the select portion and whatever we are here unordered list order.
This way you can add.
This is also not working. I'm also try to in the still.
So bootstrap you have added in your code base. Bootstrap.
Yes, I'm added. Yeah.
Where you added
I
bootstrap?
think some issue with bootstrap or some jQuery.
No, bootstrap CSS no need to add along this way. Okay.
It is.
Either you can do.
See here when I'm remove the bootstrap and sorry once I remove a bootstrap.
Bootstrap.css you have to install through the index.html file. Today I have shown that the CDN link over there.
Okay. One question here in normal normal HTML.
And also no, just a minute. Two things you have to try with the node modules. Bootstrap, okay. Another is jQuery. And whatever the slider, whatever you have added, these things you have add inside the component read node, this function. Okay. So no need to add in the index.html part. You have to always add this thing inside this way. Index.html only carries the script normal HTML and only the document get element ID, the root this ID. Only it will carry. Okay. Everything you will transform to the normal JS to your npm install. That I can suggest.
Okay. So हम लोग को npm के
जैसे bootstrap का ऐसा होता है bootstrap का node modules होता है राइट इसमें आपको bootstrap इंस्टॉल करने के लिए होता है वो आपको इंपोर्ट करने से हो जाएगा ऐसा मैं बोल रहा हूँ index.html में कुछ भी नहीं रहेगा नॉर्मल जो जावास्क्रिप्ट में रहे ना
हम लोग
That
इंस्टॉल
will
कर ले
not be-
मैनुअली, हम लोग कमांड के थ्रू इंस्टॉल
हाँ,
करेंगे।
कमेंट से इंस्टॉल कर लीजिएगा, फ्लेक्सी स्लाइडर भी मिलता है, बूटस्ट्रैप भी मिलता है,
ओके,
ओके, एंड देन यूज दैट।
तो फिर हमको यहाँ पे कोई मेंशन करने की जरूरत नहीं है, jQuery
नहीं
ये
नहीं
सब
नहीं
कुछ?
नहीं नहीं, जे क्वेरी भी इंस्टॉल हो सकता है ऐसे npm से, ओके।
Okay.
ऐसे से नहीं होगा, क्योंकि दैट इज द रिएक्ट स्टाइल ना, यू हैव टू प्रोवाइड द रिएक्ट हाउ द रिएक्ट विल वर्क विद दिस
Yes,
jQuery part,
yes,
okay,
yes. This is a
then it
normal.
will work. Because what you will do, you can blindly copy and paste in the index.html, okay.
Yes.
So this will not work. So I will put my efforts over there when I will complete the style and API and the Bootstrap, how it will be installed. Otherwise, you can do by yourself. Okay, if any problem, I will discuss with you. But
Okay, okay.
this session is pending. After the API call, I will go the style and that Bootstrap calling, how it is work. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Kaushik.
Otherwise, simply do one thing: comment, create some get some comment from the net. Okay, easily available in the net. How to install the Bootstrap.
Okay.
Okay, you can take it. Otherwise, if still you face any issue, you can connect with me more. Okay,
Okay,
before
thank
the call at 10 o'clock, that will be fine in the morning. Okay,
Okay.
okay, then we can stop.
Yes.
Right? And I can say that for both, means all of us, those are face some issue, follow these steps. Okay,
Okay.
Yes,
We will
Kaushik.
try ours.
bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll have to stop recording, na?